Tanya from Created Health, Nutrition and Fitness. I have some more research around exercise for you. And today I'm going to talk to you about the latest research around slow jogging. So what is slow jogging? Slow jogging is going for a nice, slow, gentle, light intensity run. So you're not going for a long period of time, you're not doing high intensity. It's a really slow, gentle jog at a leisurely pace. So they did some research around this and they found that slow jogging improves our brain function. So the research that was done was a comparison where they compared people that actually go for a jog and another group of people that were doing slow jogging. So it was a 30-minute exercise time, and it was 5 times per week. The research was conducted over a 6-week period of time. So they looked at the hippocampus within the brain, which is a part of the brain where our memories are made and stored. So we know that when the hippocampus is not functioning correctly, and its function is what we call a low function, then a low functioning hippocampal is associated with depression and dementia. So this is where the research was looking into and finding that slow jogging was really beneficial. So we also, this research also looked at BDNF, brain-derived neurotropic factor, and the expression of that particular gene within the brain. They found that people that conducted during this 6-week research, people that were part of the group that did the slow jogging, improved their brain-derived neurotropic factor in comparison to the jogging group that had minimal improvement. They also looked at the neurons that were being replenished, or new neurons, I should say. So new neurons, because we know that neurons die and they need to be replenished, which is your brain-derived neurotropic factor. And we looked at the neurons that were being replenished in the hippocampus. And they found that the group that were doing the slow jogging had 1.7 times more new neurons in the hippocampus than those that were jogging. So that was really quite interesting, because being a jogger, and especially a long distance jogger myself, I actually found slow jogging interesting, that it was more beneficial. The other thing that they tested was with exercise was memory, and they did this by testing, looking at the brain in a MRI. And they found that there was an improvement in the accuracy of memory for those doing slow jogging. MRI also looked at the neural activity. So not only did they look at accuracy test, and what they did was they did lots of different tests, and they did tests where they tested memory recall and tested their ability to recall things. They found people doing the slow jogging had better memory recall. They also had more neural activity within the brain. They looked at the prefrontal cortex as well as the hippocampus, and the prefrontal cortex of the brain is where our decision and our attention comes from, and our reaction time. And they found that people doing the slow jogging, those areas had improved for them. They looked at the lateral side of the prefrontal cortex, and they found that that particular side of the prefrontal cortex, the laterally, was more active. We know that any exercise is a mood booster. The science was so impressed with the positive results that they found from slow jogging that they furthered this study and incorporated music, because we know exercise is a mood booster, and listening to good music when we exercise is also a uplifter of our mood as well. And so they found that the results for people with depression received even better results with slow jogging, incorporating music that they found pleasant to listen to. So as far as our general well-being and our mood, it was definitely increased adding music. So those of you that are not runners, now you don't have any excuse as to not getting out there and doing some nice, gentle, low intensity. So it's a light intensity running, nice and gentle, and you too can have all of these wonderful brain health benefits from slow jogging or light jogging, whatever you want to call it. But the research is out there, and the research is saying this is the best way to exercise. So remember, at the end of the day, your health is your wealth, and you need to look after your health, because if you don't, nobody else will. So you need to get out there, look after your health. I'm Tanya from Created Health, Nutrition and Fitness.